Y'all from the title, y'all know what I'm talking about. Man, this is a hot topic. I ain't gonna lie. Like this passionate talks. So if you can't handle passionate talks, click off. What is the benefit of being you? This is a this is a this is a really tough question. I ain't gonna lie. What is the benefit of being you? Let's talk about me. To be somebody like me, I guess the main benefit for to being somebody like me is being true to yourself in all aspects of life. Like, if somebody's doing something I don't like, I'm gonna tell them I don't like it. If I wanna go talk to this girl, I'll go talk to that girl. If I wanna do this, I'll do that. But I'm also not an instant gratification type of person. I'm very delayed gratification oriented. So that's why I put myself through the gym. That's why I try to read. That's why I try to journal. That's why I try to do a lot of these things where the results don't show instantly. They show a little more in the future. Um, Now, what comes with being me is what benefit of being me is when you're this type of person, it could go one or two ways. You could either be you have a lot of time to yourself because you aren't the type to really fit in a mold. Like, I'm the type to fit in with people, but I would much rather be by myself. But when I do find people I really want to be around, then you will see more of me in that sense. Now, I guess I didn't really say any benefit. The benefit of being me would be like just peace of mind. Of course I do have my worries, but I'm not really socially awkward. I don't really have anxiety, and I don't have like all the things I would typically see most people like talking about they have. Like, I'm just very calm, very calm in a manner where I have concerns, but I don't overly worry about them to the point where I feel like my head is gonna explode. I'm calm in a way where I allow myself to feel things and I don't lie to myself about the things I'm feeling. And being that way too is it allows you to be more vulnerable, and a lot of things too in life, being vulnerable is looked upon as being weak. But being vulnerable is just understanding that whatever comes to me and happens to me, I'll be able to fully take it on. So there's no sure reason of me just hiding myself away. Now ask yourself, what is the benefit of being you? Um, what are some things that you feel like you do that most people don't do? Um, Whether you're like pretty, you get attention from a lot of people. Whether you're smart, you can figure things out quickly. Whether you're athletic, you can have a lot of fun with sports. You can dominate in sports. What is the benefit of being you? And are you utilizing those benefits? I think for me personally, this is just a journey of like just self becoming and me becoming more of myself. Um, a lot of times I wasn't really cashing in on the benefits of being the type of person I am, and because of that, people would take advantage of that. And you know what I'm trying to say? At the time, obviously, I didn't know they was taking advantage of it. But now, as I get older and I get more mature, and I understand that in life, certain things you just got to take the cash in on. Feel me? You're this way for a reason. Why not cash in on the benefits of being you? Um, Say for instance, like you get the best grades, you put it in the work, um, you pouring into yourself, you doing all the things, but you don't put yourself out there. Then what is all that work for? Obviously, the work is for you, and you feel good within yourself. But if you're not putting yourself out there, then in a way, you cannot really reap in the the benefits that your energy and your quality of energy is being refined to bring in. There's a person I know, which um I think about, not majority of the time, but I do think about in the back of my head, and I'm just like, isn't in a way it's like I'm lucky and she's lucky that we met each other in that specific time frame, that specific time of it, like area, because if I was the way I was now, I wouldn't operate in the same way I did back then. And I'm sure it's the same vice versa. So it's like, if you aren't at least experimenting and at least trying with people and at least talking to different people and figuring out what you like in a specific age, like, not saying don't pour in all your time into doing something you like for instance a career or like a pathway or like jobs, but don't let that be an excuse to not at least interact with people. Be yourself, be honest, make mistakes. Because one thing I really had to learn was, you could lock in and pour yourself, you could focus on something that matters to you and get real good at that, but you could also neglect other things in life. Like, that's not the only thing to life. Because once you do make that pay, once you do make that money, it's like, what else is there to do? And it's something I've been thinking about, because when you in a setting, whether it's low vibrational or high vibrational, you get a specific feeling. It's like, okay, you see everybody here running around with their heads are going, and I'm just sitting here grounded, and I'm just thinking of like, damn, like, when I do make it, when I do got all these stuff, when I do have these assets I think I have, that's not really gonna be what makes me truly happy. Because I gotta be happy with what I have now. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I gotta be happy with what I have now. Gratitude for where I am now. But I don't have to be satisfied. I have to be happy. I have to be grateful. Because you could always want more, but even when you do get more, you're gonna want even more, even more, even more. So you have to be grateful for what you have now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot to think about. And I don't know, just pursuing a goal is very noble, and stopping at nothing to get at it is pretty noble too, because that shows discipline, that shows awareness, that shows drive. But staying tunnel vision and not seeing the scenery around you, I think that's idiotic. I don't think that's wise, because you can't really ever go back once you go there. Once you take that step, you really can't go back. And I don't know, I still want to pursue what I need to pursue, but if I'm in a position where maybe I could give 5 minutes and go talk to somebody, see where their head is at, then I'll do exactly that, because that's just the benefit of being me. Find your own benefit. And the only way you find it is by experimenting. You feel what I'm saying? What is the benefit of being you? Just think about it. If this message resonates with you, I'm saying, like the video. Thinking more ideas to talk about, but this is something. This is really more for me than this for y'all though. I ain't gonna lie, but appreciate y'all anytime tuning in. Catch y'all boys.